And welcome back. I'm your host, Mr. Newbold, Financial Literacy with Section 1.3, Insurance Terms and Conditions. I decided to start off today's lesson with a kind of a concept that you might have already thought about before, and that's trying to find different choices to make, right? Hello, I'm Mr. Toothbrush. So how many times have you been in the store and, maybe you took a bit of time to think like, oh, do I want the soft head? Do I want the large head? I mean, which one do I want, right? And that's just exactly it is. Just like making a choice about toothbrushes for our teeth, we have to make choices even more expensive than that is our insurance. And, do you have a reliable insurance company? Are you hoping to get a reliable one? Definitely it'd be good to look it up and make sure that the one you choose actually pays out when you need it to. I've heard time and time again of people that buy insurance. In fact, I'll be honest with you. I worked for an insurance company in England. I won't say which one, but a lot of times we heard how they would fight with their lawyers not to pay out and keep your money. So be very careful. I'm glad I don't work for them anymore because probably not the honest, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say that not honest to companies, but definitely not a good insurance company, definitely not. So here we go, just I think I might be a little bit, have you ever seen the zoom function? Here's the zoom function, let's zoom out, there you go, that's a bit better. I think I might have been a little bit too close for those other movies, but hopefully you enjoyed seeing my big face there to help you out. And here we go. So let's open up to Moodle. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and log in. Well, you wouldn't be watching this video unless you were logged in. And so under Insurance Terms and Conditions, okay, and so there are many different types of insurance companies with many different types of things applying to each one. House insurance, car insurance, fire insurance, dental insurance, medical insurance. Lots of different insurance companies. So many, I probably wouldn't have time in this short video to list them all. But the biggest point of this lesson is to help us to be able to basically know some of the basic terms and conditions to be aware of before we kind of dive in. So 1.3.1 we're going to click on next. You can go ahead and open up. I showed you this last time where you open up a Microsoft Word document at the same time you're doing your assignment there. And so if you do that, then you can copy and paste the assignment in. So before I even look at the lesson, that's what you want to do. You want to go over here, pull over your document off to the right here. There we go. If you have hopefully a big enough monitor, if not, you might need to kind of click back and forth between the two of those. And so next, once you have that open, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click over, there we go. You want to click over to the assignment. So that's kind of like the last tab before you actually submit the assignment and click on that link there. So here it is right here, 1.3.2. You want to click there first thing, and the reason why is because then between the asterisks there, you can copy like that, Control C, and then, ooh, looks like that's my dad there. Let me go ahead and pause that there. There we go. And I'll get back to him later. So then you copy and you paste it in there. There we go. And so you're going to first some of the questions. So if you already have the questions in mind, you'll be able to answer them rather quickly and get through the assignment pretty fast there too. Okay, so which is excellent. And so give me 1 second here and I'll show you what to do next. Alright, thanks for your patience. And that was just my dad calling me to ask about another type of online class that you take after you graduate high school. And so I'm taking American Public University. They charge very reasonable prices, and so you might consider that after you graduate from high school. So just helping my dad out there. And so where we left off was, well, you just had a second ago, right? But for me, it's like a bit of time. You like time travel. That's strange. Because now here you are back to where we left off. And so after you go ahead and copy and paste that in there, then you can go back to the website that you want to get some information from about insurance. So we'll click back to 1.3.1 where we have some websites excellent for helping us understand about insurance and deductible and collision and liability and things like that. So we'll go ahead and go over to here, and it talks about getting quotes and prices on insurance rates. They can be confusing because there's so many different options. That's so true. And you have to read through it carefully. A lot of people don't take the time to do that. Sometimes it's good if you have someone you trust that works for an insurance company. Like State Farm, we trust them. They talk us through it and make sure we really understand, as well as reading their documentation. It's easy for adults to get instant insurance quotes, and possible for teens to get insurance quotes because you have to have a credit history and other personal information. And so Social Security numbers, things like that, it's dangerous to give that over the internet, so be real careful. Best place to start insurance shopping, I've seen some different websites that'll do a big comparison for you and things like that. But probably the best thing is just to contact your parents and talk to them. So hopefully you're still living at home if you're in high school. And hopefully you can talk with them about all the different options. It'd be good to join with your family plan because, you know, your family's already on file. You could get a multiple policy discount if you stick with the same company. We do that for my daughter. My daughter gets a big discount being through us because we have 3 cars on the insurance. And so that's definitely, in fact, I think that's an answer here. Let's see. Website tells you about parents' auto insurance provider. Begin determining how insurance will cost. Why is comparing according? Why is this comparing according to the website? Maybe we need to fix that. Thanks for letting me read that there. Oh, here it is. Why is this a good place to begin comparing according to the website? Yeah, things like that. Liability insurance, and when you own a car, how high will your deductible be? How will a high deductible help you? I'll give you that answer just to help you out there, but you'll find it on the website. So it says here that when you own a car, how will a high deductible help you? Well, that'll actually lower your premiums. And that means you'll pay less per month, but then when you actually need it, you've got to pay a high premium. So let's go ahead and shrink that down there a little bit. And so I think I kind of helped you there with another answer without you realizing it. Let's just take a look there. It says here that your parents' auto insurance provider is one of the best places to begin determining how car insurance will cost to you, how to determine the cost. And why is it a good place to start with your parents according to the website? Well, according to the website, it says here that save you time and money because you already trust the agent. Your parents' information is already on file. You'll be able to save money with a multi-policy discount if you stick with the same agent and things like that. So that's definitely the answer. And you can put in your own words if you want to, or if you want to copy and paste it there, you can. Make sure you go ahead with these answers and go ahead and make sure that we bold those. You can hold Control down and bold them all at once. I don't know if I showed you that last time. So there's the answer for number 2 and number 4. And so you want to go ahead and look through here, go to the next arrow, and answer the rest of those questions. It talks about here's how you define deductible, premium, collision, liability, and so forth. I know that was one of your questions. See how you can minimize it and hang off to the side there, and you can just type and get your answers there. The website says your parents' auto insurance provider is one of the best places. Oh yeah, we already did that one. Liability insurance. Okay, why do you think it's often better to have? Why is it to have more than the legal minimum of liability insurance if you're sued? Well, if you're sued, yeah, let's go back there and just double check that there, but that's an important one. Here it is. So liability insurance pays for bodily injury, property damage, legal and other expenses of another person in the event you have an accident and involves and harms that person. So basically you want to have a greater liability for liability insurance because if you're sued, you don't want to just have the bare basic minimum, because if you just have the bare basic minimum, you're actually going to have to pay out the difference, and that could be millions of dollars, which definitely we don't have time for that, right? You don't got that much money, neither do I. So it's definitely better to have more than the bare minimum for liability. You know, $250,000, $500,000. That's definitely, you want to have enough liability there. So go ahead and finish 1.3, and I will see you next time on life insurance basics and 1.4 life insurance. And thanks for listening in. And I'll have a neat thing to show you on that one, so make sure you tune in for 1.4 liability insurance. And it was good to talk with you today, and we'll see you soon, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, and take care for now. Bye for now.